Thank you for being here today. I know it can be difficult, and I do know it's going to be difficult to open up, especially about something as painful as losing a loved one. How have you been feeling since our last session?
Well, I'm not sure. I feel like every day it's not getting easier, it's getting harder actually. You know, one moment I feel like I'm managing and then all of a sudden it just hits me like a ton of bricks, and it comes out of nowhere. And I don't know if I can keep going through this.
I understand. I understand. That sounds very exhausting. I mean, grief can feel like it's unpredictable. So I do understand that. And some days it's manageable. And other days it feels like it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, would you say that the feelings have been intensified lately?
Oh yeah, I think so. Like the first few weeks I was just completely numb. But now it's like the more I think about it, and as the days go by, the reality of everything is just really sinking in. I keep thinking about all of the things that I'll never get to do with him again. Like we'll never have another Sunday dinner. We'll never be able to go out in the back and throw the football again. I'll never be able to take him to Dave and Buster's again or anything like that. No, nothing. It's all gone. I won't hear his little voice when he calls me and say, "Daddy, I want to see you on TV," or "Daddy, come and pick me up." I won't hear that again.
That sense of finality can really hurt. It's not just the person that we miss, but it's also all the moments and memories that we share. And we won't be able to create that future. Have you had any moments where the memories are comforting, or does it feel more like a painful reminder?
It's both. Sometimes it's both. I'll remember something funny that we shared or something funny he may have said, and I'll start laughing, and I'll think about how him and his little sister used to go at it, and he used to tell her, "Stop lying, you lying," and you know and then all of a sudden it's like it hits me again in an instant. you know I can't call, I can't share any type of moments or anything. It's like I'm not even allowed to feel joy anymore, and I feel like if I laugh too hard or whatever like that, I'm just, I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm betraying the memory.
That's a heavy feeling to carry. I can only imagine. The guilt that comes with the grief, it's often overlooked, but it's real. It's
Hmm.
like in our pain, we can think we shouldn't experience happiness or even move forward. But your joy, your laughter, those moments of connection, they honor the life that the person lived and the relationship you had.
Yeah. You know, I probably never thought of it like that. It just, again, like I said, it feels wrong to laugh, though. I mean, like, sometimes I feel like I should be sad all the time, but then I know that's not what he would want. You know, he
Yeah.
doesn't want me to be sad because, first of all, he's not in any more pain anymore. He's not suffering anymore. He's actually in a better situation than we are.
Yeah. It's understandable to feel that way. I mean, grief doesn't have a timeline. And it doesn't follow a set path. There's no right way to grieve. There's no wrong way to grieve. You just grieve. Feeling joy again or even finding moments to peace. It doesn't mean to forget. So it's what I'm seeing right now is that you are still grieving and it's like you're forcing yourself to be happy, but you have to allow that period of grieving to happen. Let me ask you, um, between honoring the memory and still living your life, does that mean that you need to forget what's going on in your life or what has happened?
I don't know. I guess ultimately, I'm afraid of letting go, even a little bit. You know, I don't want to forget about him. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it seems like his passing didn't matter if I did that, and it matters all the time. It's like it happened every day. It's not every day. It's like it happened the other day or it happened yesterday. So it's like, I know I said I was afraid of letting go, but that's not something that you can just let go when you lose your child. That's something that you can't let go. And you know, my grief process is something to be reckoned with. And I deal with it as it comes.
Well, letting go doesn't mean forgetting. You have to understand that, okay? It's about finding a way to carry through and to get through, your days. You have to understand that you have to continue to live no matter what. And grief, well, it's messy. It's
Yeah,
messy.
yeah.
And you don't have to have all of the answers right now. It's okay to take it moment by moment. I know it's easier said than done. I totally understand that. Have you found anything that's been helping you cope, even just a little bit?
You know, sometimes I'll take a walk just to clear my head, and I've been looking at old photos and old videos, and that helps. But it also makes me miss him that much more. If that makes sense. It's like I can feel his presence around me all the time. But the reality is, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's what I'm trying to learn how to cope with.
It sounds like it's been bittersweet for you.
Yeah.
Photos can do that. Photos can be very helpful. They bring the person back to our life. I mean, even if it's just for a moment. But then you feel the absence even more.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's something about those walks and that helps you to process the grief, even even if it's hard?
Um, I think it's the quiet. I don't know. I don't know. I can just be with my thoughts, without everything being so loud and, like my brain is right now, and I could breathe a little easier and I could at least for a while anyway, you know, different things like that help me cope a little bit.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you found a way to give yourself some space.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of you for that. Even if it's just for a short moment, you deserve that time. That's very powerful. Now, those moments, no matter how brief, and I'm sorry because I'm writing everything down. So, no matter how brief, self care is important. It's very important. How would it feel to build on that? Maybe try to set aside more time for yourself, for things to help you feel a little more grounded. How does that sound to you?
I'd like that. There are times when, I do take time out for myself to do self care. And I need to do it more, I know. But it's hard. It's hard. It feels like I'm supposed to be doing something else, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
Like I'm not doing enough to fix this grief, so to speak. And I know you can't fix it. You have to just go with it as it comes.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you said, grief is not something that you can fix. It's something you learn to live with.
Yeah.
And it changes. It doesn't have to be fixed, just understood and given the space to move, if that makes sense. It needs to move through you.
Yeah.
The fact that you're here with me right now, that says a lot. That says a lot. Talking about it, that's already a huge accomplishment. A huge accomplishment because a lot of people would not do that. But the fact that you took time out to even reach out to deal with this grief means a lot. And step. Now you're not alone in this. And we can keep exploring what helps you feel better, what's going to help you move forward. And you definitely have the support from me. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess you're right about everything. I've been forcing myself to feel better. It's just instead of going through the process, I've been trying to force myself to, be okay and everything. And instead of just, when I need to cry, just let the tears fall. If I need to scream, let it out, So I'm trying to do better. Maybe it's okay just to, maybe it is okay just to let myself feel what I'm feeling.
Exactly. It's okay. It's okay to feel however you want to feel. There's no rules to that. There's no wrong way to grieve. You're doing the best that you can in this moment and every day ahead of you. So that is a great step. Just know that I am here. And if you ever need to talk and continue to talk, I'm here.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's it, y'all.
That's a cut.
That's it. I know I kept looking at this doggone phone. I'm like, dang, I wish I could put my phone over here. Portia, go ahead and rate us because I know you